Hello, and welcome to Mompreneur HQ. We are so glad to see you on this Wednesday. We are moving along in this new year, January 2022 already, and it's like nothing is stopping. Time is waiting for no one right now. And apparently I am getting left behind, but that's okay because I'm not behind. I am where I am. And wherever you are, that's where you are. Don't beat yourself up. Don't think that you're behind and you're not getting things done, because the truth is you are getting things done. The needle is moving. It's just not going according to your plan, but it's going to according to plan. So just keep moving forward. Today we are talking about goal setting. We said we were going to talk about goal setting for the month of January. And so that's what we're doing, talking about goal setting, how you're coming along in your goals. But today's topic is about the questions you should ask yourself. 21 questions to extraordinary goal setting. That's what we're talking about today. If you're here live, go ahead and put hashtag live in the comments. If you are watching the replay, hashtag replay. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to drop it in the comment field and we'll get to them. I am Rasheeda Green. I am the founder and CEO of Mompreneur HQ, and we help moms to start, grow, and scale home-based virtual businesses so that they can build the life of their dreams without neglecting themselves or their families in the process. So, what about you? Are you interested in growing an online business that you can use to fund your different life projects, different goals that you have for yourself, without having to go outside your home to earn money, without having to put your children in daycare while you work? Then reach out to me. I'd be glad to help you source out some of those ideas that you have so that you can make 2022 the best year yet. All right. And we are going to be discussing the 21 questions to extraordinary goal setting. And one of the things that we always talk about with goal setting is that they need to be smart, and SMART, that they are going to speak to specific points when you make your goals. And great goals are outcome focused, meaning once you understand your why, then you're 90% there. Why are you doing what it is that you're doing? Why is it that you want to achieve a particular goal? So that's what I mean by outcome based. We want to get to an outcome with the goal that we set, whether it be financial, whether it be personal, spiritual, whatever your goal is, there is an outcome that you want to achieve. So the first thing is that they are outcome based. Also, you want your goals to be in line with your values. The more your goal aligns with your inner core, your values system, then the easier it will be to achieve it. When we achieve goals that don't align with our values, it's kind of harder to do, and it's a lot less satisfying. Like if it's something that aligns with you and you are very excited about it, you push more for it. You are more motivated to get it done. If it's something that's not aligned, and typically those are those goals that the job gives you for your annual review. Well, we want you to do this, that, and the other thing next year, but you're like, but I'm not really feeling that. So sometimes it's harder to get to those goals. And then again, the money motivation might be what keeps you going. Like, if I want to get this check, then I need to get this work done. I need to get this goal. So that might be something that you want to consider when selecting your goals. And last one, we want them to be stated in the positive. So we don't want to say things like, I want to stop biting my nails. That's my goal, is stop biting my nails. We want it to be stated in the positive. I want my nails to be more healthy in 2022. I want healthy fingernails. I want healthy hair. I want a healthy business. Not, I don't want to fail. That's not a goal. I don't want to fail in 2022. That's not a goal. We want you to set a goal that's going to make you, that's going to be in the positive, and that's going to set you up for success. All right. So let's get to those questions. If you are just joining us, make sure that you're putting a hashtag live in the comments field. And if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay, jot down any notes that you would like. any that you would like to kind of keep you on task. But if you stay to the end, I have something for you. All right. So we're going to start with the first set of questions. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back to the whole thing about being smart. So smart, S being specific, M being measurable, A being achievable, R being relevant, and T being time specific or time bound, right? So you want these things to be clear and concise when you're making your goals, and you want them to be achievable. So yes, you don't want it to be like, I want to be able to take 100 steps per day. 100 steps is you going to, to the bathroom, washing up, and then getting back in your bed. That's 100 steps. But you want it to be something not so small, and you don't want it to be, I want to do 100,000 steps a day, because 100,000 steps really is, I mean, how many miles is that? That's a little extra. And to do that a day, and you not be in a triathlon or something, just go ahead and set that 10,000, the recommended 8,000 a day, and you fall in between there with your goal, and boom, you should be good to go. Something that's achievable. You may not have done 10,000 steps a day before, but it's still achievable, something that you can work up to. And mind you, those 1,000, those 10,000 steps a day start with just one step. That's all it starts with, is one step. Everybody takes that same one step, and you just keep taking those steps until you get to 10,000. And a lot of times you don't even think about it, right? It just happens. Especially if you are walking during the course of the day, instead you park your car a little further from the grocery store, the post office, and you just actually do the walk, start incorporating things. I mean, this is not actually a goal. I'm really diving in on this one goal for some reason, but if that is a goal for you, to be able to take more steps in your day so that you can become more healthy, then that's something that you can do one step at a time, smaller goals to larger goals. And that's what we're going to talk about in our 21 questions to extraordinary goal setting. And if you stay to the end, I have something for you. All right. So the first thing we want to do is focus on the outcome. I mentioned that you want to make sure that that your goals have an outcome that you want to achieve. And one of the questions you can ask is, what is it that I really, really want? Dig deep. And it's funny that I have this on my talk today, dig deep, because it actually came up on Monday. And then an artist actually had a placard that came out on Tuesday that said dig deep. And then now I am talking about the 21 questions to extraordinary goal setting. And one of the first questions requires you to go deep, dig deep. So 3 is a charm, right? So that means that there is something to this thought of digging deep. Go deeper in 2022. Don't be surface. Don't just be skating. Just don't be, go deeper. What is it that you really want? Um, and I'm saying in 2022 because it's a new year, new goals type thing, but it can be for any goal that you have with any time period that you specify. What is it that you really, really want, whether it's to achieve something or to get something? What is it that you really, really want? Dig deep. Number 2, what is the specific outcome that you are looking for? Like before, I mentioned about not saying that you want to stop biting your nails. That might be the thing that you want. You want to stop biting your nails, but you want to affirm it, put in the positive by saying, I want my nails to be become more healthy. I want healthier nails. Skin is they put it all together, you know. So what is the outcome that you want? The third question, what is the pain for you of not achieving your goal? What does it cost you if you don't achieve the goal that you set out to achieve? Then we want to make sure that we're aligning with that the goals you set align with your values. So we want them to align with your values. What is it? Is this goal in line with your life vision and or your overall life plan. What does your gut tell you when you think about that goal? Is it aligning with the values that you set for yourself, the things that you hold to be true? That's a good question. Is this goal in line with your values? So I kind of leaned into that when I spoke about your vision and your life goal. Where do you see yourself in 12 months, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? Does this goal that you have get you any closer to it? Right? And then what about your values? Does it hold in line with the values that you've set and live by in your business or in life? Number 6, are the goals something you truly want, or are they something that you think you should have or achieve, or that you think you should be doing? We want to, if anything says should, if you say should, it should be something I'm doing. As an entrepreneur, I should be. As a mom, I should be. As a six-figure earner, I should be. If those should be's kind of lean into what someone else thinks you should be doing. See that should just drop back in it. It's a goal or a bar that someone else may have set, and you feel as though you need to set it. You need to shoot for that mark. But what we want to do is be authentic, be our own authentic self, and what feels right for you, following your gut and making goals that are suitable for you as an individual, as the desires of your heart, things that you want, you value, and hold true. Right? So, with that having been said, if you have a goal that has a should in it, I should be doing, I should be doing, I should be doing, then rethink that goal, evaluate it, and see if, in fact, it's really a goal for you, or if it's something that someone else thinks you should be doing. All right. When you think about your goal, does it give you a deep sense of contentment or rightness or happiness and or excitement? If so, these are good signs that it's a healthy goal. You want something that's going to get you excited, that's going to spur your motivation, that's going to keep you going to keep you moving towards your goal. So if it's something that you are excited about, you're happy about, that brings you joy just thinking about, oh, I can't wait till I finally reach, till I finally achieve, until I finally do, then that's a healthy goal. So ask yourself that question. Um, if you could have the goal right now, would you take it? If you set a goal to, um, let's say, if you set a goal to make $100,000, but somebody gave you $100,000 right now today without doing any work, would you take it? Most of us would say yes. Give me that 100K, and I ain't got to do nothing for it. Why not? But sometimes, and it's part of the answers to those questions that we just asked, is it in alignment with your goals? I mean, with your values and your life plan? If somebody just going to give you 100,000, give me that. It's this cash in hand. But then will you stop trying to achieve the goal? Will you stop working towards that 100K because somebody gave it to you? Or will you still go ahead and work towards the goal that you set out, because that's what your value systems tell you? That's what your desire is. That's what gets you excited working towards that goal. That's something that you want to think about. Ask yourself if it is something that you would take right now, why? And if it's not, why not? I mean, that's all in the same question. That's not a separate question. That's the same question. All right. I think we're up to number 9. How does this goal fit into your lifestyle? Who's going to be impacted by your life, by your goal, your decision to achieve this goal? Is it going to be something that is going to impact your time? Okay, so I have this goal to make 100K, but I'm going to have to work 7 days a week, 14 to 15 hours a day. You know, and if you start doing that because that's your goal, does it affect anyone else? Is it going to impact anyone else's schedule? I.e., if you have a family, a spouse, a child, who in general terms would be um, participating in extracurricular activities, but now because you have all this goal, you've now dropped the ball on certain things. And mind you, it's okay if you have a goal that impacts others. The key is communication, making sure that everybody's on the same page with the goal that you have set, so they understand when mommy's not there, this is what's going on. When daddy's not there, this is what's going on. When I have to ride with the in the carpool because mommy can't pick me up, is because of this. So if everyone's on the same page, is all great, all gravy. But the question is to at least ask yourself when setting your goal, who's going to be impacted, so that you make sure that you get all the players involved. Then we talking about identifying obstacles. So the next set of questions are going to be about identifying obstacles that might come as you are focusing on this goal. So identify obstacles. Can you start and maintain this goal or outcome? So do you have complete control over the outcome of this goal? So are you setting a goal that actually involves other people? Like if you have a goal to stop biting your nails, that's something you can totally control. That's you and your nails. Whereas a goal for a certain number of sales, you have a very active part in that, but there involves customers, people who are going to buy. So you cannot control, although we use marketing and other techniques to be able to draw people to your product or service, you cannot control solely the way that people are going to come into um, your sphere as far as your goals. So think about that. Is it something that you can control solely, or does it take other participants to be involved with achieving your goal? Number 11, how will making this change affect aspects of your life? And we kind of talked about, um, you know, communicating to those who may be impacted by your goals. So that's where that comes. That also reflects there, because what else might you need to deal with in order to achieve that goal? Would you need to take additional classes? Would you need to um, uh, attend more conferences and events? That's something that you may need to look at, and how it will affect change aspects of your life. 12, what's good about your current situation? So you want to look at what is good about your current situation. Now, mind you, a lot of us set goals because we're to achieve higher and better and more because we're not happy with what we have and where we are. But the truth might be that you are in a great place where you are, and you're just looking to up level. But sometimes we don't think that we're in that great place. We don't acknowledge where we are. We don't acknowledge the hurdles that we've already overcome. We kind of like minimize the great feats that we've done or completed or achieved to get even where we are today. So what's the benefit of staying where you are? Are you content with your current situation? Another question to ask would be, what might you have to give up or stop doing to achieve this goal? This and that. Now, I'm already working on something due to a conversation um, I had earlier this week, but a journal about letting go. There's some things you have to let go in order to get where you want to go. There are some people you're going to have to let go in order to get where you want to go. And it's not a bad thing. It's not saying that today you're just going to be like, she cut. That ain't my friend no more. Not saying that. What I'm saying is that not everybody's going to be able to go where you're going. And it's okay. We have people in our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And those who are in your sphere, who are cheering you on, who are happy for you, who are supporting you, guess what? When you get to that next level, they will likely do the same. Be happy for you, cheer you on, and support you. But those who are dragging you down and saying you can't do this and you won't be good at that and nobody's ever done it like that before, those people don't believe in you. They're doubting that you can do what you say you can do. The most important person to believe in you is you. Because if you say that you are or say that you are not, you're right. Whether you say you are or whether you say you are not, you're right. You have to believe in yourself. If you say, I'm never going to get to point B, I'm never going to make the money that I want to make, I'm never going to um, buy the house of my dreams, more than likely you're not, because you don't believe in it yourself. So what I want you to do is make sure that you're believing in yourself, because not everyone's going to be cheering you on. Not everyone that's in your corner is on your side. All right. Now we're going to move on to question number 14. If there was something important around achieving this goal to help you succeed or that could get in the way that you haven't mentioned yet when you asked yourself these questions, what would it be? So if you were writing this down, you were trying to answer the questions as I asked them, there may have been something that you thought about, but you didn't write down, or you just kind of put to the back of your mind to say, that's not really anything. But what would that be? And lastly, number 15 for this section, who will you have to be to achieve this goal? If you're saying that your goal is to stop, to have healthy nails, healthy hair, skin, and nails, then who would you have to be? I'd have to be that disciplined person to know that I can't chew on my nails. I have to be the person that is willing to go to the nail salon and get my nails done and leave them done and not pick at them and chew on them. I'd have to be that person that the key word here would be disciplined. Disciplined to know that there's some things that I have to give up that I can't do in order for me to achieve my goal. All right. So the next one would be goal sizing. So when you're setting your goals, thinking about your goals, what about goal sizing? Is your goal the right size to be working on? We kind of alluded to that earlier. Is it too big? Is like this humongous unachievable thing? Or is it still achievable, but it's just really big? If it's still achievable, but just really big, then excuse me, then one of the things you could do is break down your goals to be smaller so that you can achieve them in smaller steps. Well, is it too small? If it seems too small, then maybe think about adding in that small goal to one of your larger goals so that you can make it one big goal and achieve them all at the same time. Okay. What would be the minimum super easy level of goal to achieve. So, what's one of the smaller goals, super easy goal that you can achieve? You want to make sure that you don't set yourself up for failure by setting 5 and 10 huge goals. Make something that's not so huge, but yet still important to you to achieve. And if you do that, what's one of the smaller, super easy to achieve goals that you've set? Number 18, what would be your target level of goal to achieve? So, what's the target level? And we talked about those huge, huge, big goals that you want for the year, for 5 years, to 3 years, or 1 year. What are those big, those target goals, those things that you feel like are most important to achieve in order to get? And it could be one goal that sparks off success in the smaller goals. So, what is that target goal that you want to achieve? And what would be your extraordinary? So that's sort of like our stretch goals. So we set goals, we set our smaller goals, we set our smaller goals with the smaller steps, and then we have our regular goals, or the goals that we really want to achieve, our target goals, and then we have our extraordinary goals. Those are our stretch goals. So I think I gave an example previously about, okay, well, my goal is to reach $100,000. And my minimum goal would be $80,000. That would be acceptable. If I don't reach 100, but I still reach between 80 and 100, then I'm okay with my goal. A stretch goal would be, well, I really, if I could just push an extra bit, I can make it. I think 120 would be a stretch goal for me. So there's that target goal, that stretch goal, and then there's minimum acceptable goal for me. And again, this is still something aligned with you. So if it's nail biting, you know, if you say the goal is to stop chewing my nails, and you say in 6 months, but you find in 6 months you're still chewing your nails, but you're not chewing your nails as often. Soon, because sometimes with those types of habits, it's usually something that triggers, and then it becomes habitual because you just do it on just all the time. It doesn't require a trigger anymore. But if your trigger is nervousness or confusion and things like that, or excitement, and you're chewing your nails, you find that you don't do that as often anymore. So, that's something that you can applaud yourself for. You're making progress. It's not where you want to be, but it's progress. And that's what your minimum goal, level goal would be. The last section is resources. And these are the last two questions. What resources do you already have to help you to achieve your goals? Go ahead and make a list, whether that's going to be things, support from people, your contacts, personal qualities, the skills that you have, or your existing skill, current money, financial status, your current availability or time. What are some of those resources that you currently have that can help you today to achieve your goals? And the last question, number 21, what resources do you need to help you achieve your goals? Go ahead and make a list of that. And once you have all of these questions, answered all of these questions, and while you're trying to answer all these questions, remember that goals are there to inspire you, not to be used to beat yourself up. So if you don't achieve them, that is not an opportunity to beat yourself up, to get down about it, to just be self-defeated. That is not the purpose. And that's why we talked about minimum, and we talked about goal, and we talked about a stretch goal. So those are the 21 questions. And I mentioned, if you stayed to the end, I was going to let you know that you can get this. I am going to figure it out, but I'm going to get this goal question sheet to you. I will likely put it in the private Facebook group. So if you are not a part of the Mompreneur HQ private Facebook group, get over there so that you can get these 21 questions to help you to make better goals, and to be able to achieve them, with a plan in mind. All right, so that's it for today. Our 21 questions to extraordinary goal setting questions to help you to get more clear on what it is that you desire to reach and how to get there. And like I said, I'm going to get that into the group at some point so that you can have access to this form so that you can make better goals for yourself and for your business. If you want to discuss anything about how you can get started with these ideas in your head, about business opportunities, about the current business you have, and you just need some help in discussion, help in brainstorming the business so that you can grow it to the next level, hit me up on www.themompreneurhq.com/clarity-call. It's a 20-minute call for us to discuss your business needs, and whether I can help you to get to the next level in your business. All right. Thank you so much for being here with me, and until next time.